Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we're going to talk about Epiphone and 2021. Did Epiphone have a good year? Did Epiphone have a bad year? The answer is yes. Yes folks, we're going to talk about Epiphone and 2021 in just a moment, but first let me just remind you, every single Saturday 3-Chord Dave Live happens right here on this very YouTube channel, and all you got to do to be involved is pop along 10 p.m. Irish time. And if you don't want to be bothered looking up what time 10 p.m. Irish time is in your part of the world, just hit subscribe, hit the notification bell and choose all notifications, and when we go live you can come and join us. 2 hours at least of fun, talking about guitars, talking about music, talking about all kinds of things. There's always a lot of fun and laughter and good times had on a Saturday evening where I am, and Saturday morning where some of you are. People in Australia, LA, Kentucky, London, all over the place have been joining us, so I'd love to see you there this week. And don't forget that every video I upload has some links. There's some affiliate links and other links for supporting the channel. If you want to check those out, that would be super cool. But now, let's talk about Epiphone and 2021. So we all know 2021 has been, it's been a year, a kind of crazy year, but there's been a lot of guitars and there's a lot on the Epiphone side to talk about. Now, 2021 started with guitar companies taking part in this Believe in Music Week, where instead of a NAMM show, they would just online do their thing and release their guitars. Fantastic. Except Gibson and Epiphone were kind of caught napping and they didn't really have anything ready. Oops. So but they did throw together a couple of video presentations. Poor old Slash had to take pictures of his guitars on his sofa and post that on Instagram. That was literally the announcement that they made. And then we had other stuff. The coolest thing that caught my eye at that time with Epiphone was the Nancy Wilson Fanatic Nighthawk in Fireburst, a very cool guitar. I ordered one straight away and got my hands on it. You can check out the review I did up here. A very nice guitar, a little bit small for me. I didn't quite jibe with it, but very, very cool at the same time. Came in a lovely hard shell case, came with all the instructions for the pickup system, because it's a little bit different than most guitars, but overall a great guitar, great start for Epiphone, and it was just over 500 euros. So things were looking good. I was very positive then about what we would see from Epiphone for the rest of the year. But the Nancy Wilson Fanatic came in with a solid B for Epiphone to start the year. So far, so good. Now, we're not talking about these guitars in any kind of release order or anything like that, but the next one I want to talk about was the Alex Lifeson Access Les Paul Standard. Very cool for Alex Lifeson to get a new Epiphone signature model. Very popular guitars. They sold out very quickly and they had a lot of features. So you had the Graphtec Ghost Trem system on there. You had ceramic pickup in the neck. You had a Pro Booker in the bridge. You had a piezo also in there as well. You had push pulls for coil splitting and of course for the piezo as well. I don't know what else you have. It was just a very nice package, and that all came in a nice Epi Light soft case. Very cool guitar. Sold out, as I said, very quickly. A really nice effort from Epiphone for this one. And if you're an Alex Lifeson or Rush fan, pretty much a must-have. I gotta say, I was quite impressed with this one, and I would give it another B, but this time with a plus. So yeah, it's got a B plus. So far, Epiphone doing quite well as we look at the year 2021. Something I couldn't fail to bring up here was the James Nichols Gold Glory. Yes, the revision of Blues Power made its way to the gold version. Absolutely stunning Les Paul custom here, of course, with the single Seymour Duncan P90 in the bridge position. Just beautiful. Comes in an Epi-like case, is priced really competitively. I think they're coming in at 639 euros now with the Epiphone price increase of $50 per guitar. They were $5.99 I think before that. So anyway, these are spectacular looking guitars. They're sold out all over the place. They come in that Epi-Light case. And I mean, look, if you're going to buy a gold top, this is the one to buy this year, because it's also a gold sides and a gold back, and it has a cool stinger on the back. And James Nichols, one of the coolest guys in rock music at the moment. This guitar, for me, was an A. So good job, Epiphone. One of the last guitars to get released so far this year was the BB King Lucille from Epiphone. Now this was something I was looking forward to seeing. Would they do a very cool version? Would they do like the red and the white one? Would they do the weird blue and green one that came out at one stage under Gibson's name? Who knew? But they did the more traditional black Lucille. Very cool to see BB King getting the recognition from Epiphone. And of course, you got the TP6, which is correct. You got the stereo outputs. You've got everything that you would want from this absolutely beautiful guitar. It does come though with custom buckers, and people are not super stoked about that. But I do believe there's more BB King stuff to come from Epiphone in 2022, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I want a red one. That's what I want, a red one of these. So yeah. But anyway, this I think is a definite another B for Epiphone, and so far they're not doing too bad. But that's about to change. At the very start of my 3-Chord Dave YouTube experience, I started telling you that there was definitely going to be an Epiphone collection of Slash Les Pauls, like the Gibson ones that came out in 2020. Some people thought I was talking out my rear end. However, I knew I wasn't, and here we are now knowing what we know. Now, at the time, we didn't know any details, how many guitars, so speculation was that there was going to be like a reduced range, maybe 3 guitars, maybe we'd get one of the acoustics and so forth. But as I said, Slash posted a picture. We knew we were getting the acoustics then. We then pretty much knew we were getting the entire Slash Les Paul collection, but with Epiphones, and speculation was rife. What would they do? Would they bring out kind of, you know, awesome, perfect replicas, just an Epiphone branded one? Would they be 900, 600, 700 euros and dollars? What would happen? And I broke the news before anybody else on YouTube that these guitars were going to be 899 euros, and the same price in dollars. And I also broke the news to you, sadly, that they were going to have bog standard Pro Booker pickups. Now, Epiphone heard the backlash when news of the Pro Bookers started to leak, and they came out and said, oh, no, they're custom Pro Bookers. You know, despite the fact they put the regular Pro Bookers information page on the Slash Guitars pickup page, we'll just go with it. Okay, they're custom. All right. Anyway, these guitars were a bit of a letdown. Some of the colors looked fantastic, but it's the Pro Bookers. They're it's a little bit disappointing for a full priced guitar. 900 euros. You're getting Pro Bookers? I don't think so, because for $7.99 you can get the 1959 Les Paul outfit, and they got burst Bookers. So it's a no-brainer. So I'm afraid the Slash Les Pauls have to get a C-, and that's not so good for Epiphone. However, they did redeem themselves later on in the year, although controversially, because there was the Joe Bonamassa Lazarus Les Paul with that beautiful wide flame maple. Oh, it's a beautiful guitar. It's a great story, and it's fantastic that it was reissued. However, as you'll see in this video here, some of the finishes were not fantastic. Some of the tops, people commenting on the video who had got their guitars, they were split. Some people were like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. This is a great guitar. Mine's beautiful. I know, I love it. And then there was the unfortunate souls who were saying, you're 100% correct. I got one. It plays great. It's a wonderful sounding guitar. It just doesn't look as nice as I wanted it to. And those are the people I made that video for. So, you know, it's all good. Great guitar, I'm absolutely sure. And I am going to give this guitar an A- because I think it's a great package. You got those burst Bookers in the pickups. You've got an absolutely beautiful guitar if you get one with a nice top. You've got Joe Bonamassa. You know, I think he's a really good guitar player. I like him. I wish I was him in so many ways. But then it also came in that beautiful brown case. So you can't fault it unless you get one that doesn't look so good. And the final guitar we're going to talk about and kind of rate Gibson on in this video is the Billy Joe Armstrong Les Paul Jr. And I just watched one of my favorite YouTube channels, the Guitaristas. Colin over there was doing a teardown and a playthrough of his Epiphone Billy Joe Les Paul Jr. And I got to tell you, those guitars are fantastic for the price as well. I think they're coming in at like $5.99, which is incredible. Come with a hardshell case with a leopard skin print on the inside. Beautiful guitars. Epiphone, you knocked it out of the park. For people who are looking for Les Paul Juniors, that is amazing. So, got to give that an A+. Beautiful guitar, fantastic signature package. And for those people who want to spend a little bit less, you got the Billy Joe Armstrong Les Paul Jr. player pack, which is a bolt-on neck Les Paul, single P90. It's a lesser P90, you know, it's just a generic P90. Whereas the main signature has a P90 Pro in that bridge position. Overall though, both of them are great, and if you're a starting guitarist today who gets one of those player packs this Christmas or beyond, I think you're going to be very happy. So overall, what do I think of Epiphone in 2021? Well, there was 1.5 disappointments, and there was a lot of really good, nice stuff from Epiphone. So I'm expecting some great things in the new year, like the Jerry Cantrell Epiphone Les Paul Wino, like the Adam Jones Silver Burst Epiphone Les Paul as well. And then we've got a lot of other stuff to come, because nothing really changed in the core lineup this year. There was no addition to the Muse series. There was no addition to the Inspired by Gibsons. There was new colors, were very thin on the ground and stuff like that, new finishes. So Epiphone, my challenge to you is to get a better grade next year. This year you've gotten a B-. Doing well, but you could do a lot better. So next year, 2022, we're expecting big things from Epiphone. Let's hope they get up to an A-. You know, we'll see. It's going to be tough. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of Epiphone this year. Have they done a good job? Are you happy with the guitars they brought out? Have you purchased any of the signature models? And which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget 3 Chord Dave live on Saturday. Come and join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's only 3 weeks to Christmas, and we're very close to giving away a guitar at 5,000 subscribers. So be a part of it, hit subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.